Welcome to Headphone News, Greater Vancouver edition for Saturday, December 7, 2024.
Taylor Swift's impact on Canadian charities. Taylor Swift's Eras Tour has made a remarkable difference for Canadian charities through ticket auctions and raffles. The VGH and UBC Hospital Foundation in Vancouver raised over $300,000 from a private suite ticket auction, far surpassing its goal of $100,000. In Toronto, the Daily Bread Food Bank collected about $220,000 from an auction of street signs, including a generous donation of $110,000 from Rogers Communications. Typically, past auctions have raised between $5,000 and $10,000. Additionally, Campfire Circle, a Toronto-based non-profit supporting children with serious illnesses, raised $100,000 from a raffle for concert tickets. These fundraising successes show how celebrities like Taylor Swift can inspire charitable giving and provide a boost to local economies in cities like Toronto and Vancouver.
Avalanche danger warning in British Columbia. The British Columbia government has issued a warning about rising avalanche risks this weekend. The danger scale ranges from 1 to 5, and currently, it sits at level 2, indicating a moderate risk in many areas. Forecasts suggest that danger levels may increase to high in the mountains. Affected regions include the Coast Mountains, Sunshine Coast, and the Sea to Sky area, which features popular destinations like Squamish and Whistler. Emergency Management Minister Kelly Green stresses the importance of safety measures and urges everyone to check forecasts from Avalanche Canada, the national organization that provides avalanche safety information. With heavy snowfall and changing temperatures, snow conditions are becoming unstable, raising the risk of avalanches. Outdoor enthusiasts are advised to research conditions, share their travel plans, and carry essential gear like avalanche transceivers. Being aware of avalanche dangers is crucial for preventing accidents and saving lives in remote areas.
Vancouver stabbing sparks calls for reform. On December 4, 2024, a violent stabbing occurred at a 7-Eleven store in downtown Vancouver, British Columbia. 2 people were hurt. One suffered a stab wound, while the other had facial injuries. Police shot and killed the alleged attacker during the incident. In response, BC Premier David Eby and other politicians are calling for urgent changes in mental health care and bail policies. This event highlights ongoing issues related to mental health and public safety in urban areas. Recent discussions stress the need for more funding for mental health services and adjustments to bail policies to prevent repeat offenses. The implications of this incident may raise community concerns about safety and lead to an increased police presence in urban settings. It reflects broader societal challenges related to addiction and mental health, emphasizing the urgent need for thorough solutions.
Concerns about retail worker safety in Vancouver. Retail workers in downtown Vancouver, British Columbia, are feeling anxious about their safety due to a rise in theft and recent attacks. Simon Coots, the owner of Simon's Bike Shop, has reported frequent vandalism and shoplifting, which make the work environment unsafe. Statistics from the Vancouver Police Department show that the theft rate increased to 17.3 per 1,000 people in 2023, which is about 1.7% of the population and an 11% rise from the previous year. While violent crime hasn't increased at the same rate, reports of harassment and disrespect towards retail staff have grown. Patrick Johnson, president of the United Food and Commercial Workers International Union 1518, is calling for better safety measures, including more staff during busy hours. The COVID-19 pandemic has added to the tensions, leading to frustrations directed at retail workers. It's important to address these safety issues to maintain a safe workplace and support local businesses. Increased theft can lead to higher costs for businesses and hurt consumer confidence in the community.
Weather warnings for British Columbia. This weekend, British Columbia is bracing for severe weather, with Environment Canada issuing multiple warnings due to heavy rain and snow. The South Coast, including Metro Vancouver and the Fraser Valley, is expected to see up to 70 millimeters of rain from Friday evening through Saturday morning. On western Vancouver Island, especially in Tofino and Zeballos, total rainfall could reach 120 millimeters by midnight Friday. Higher elevations may experience around 30 centimeters of snow, while lower areas could get about 15 centimeters. These conditions create dangerous travel situations and increase the risk of avalanches in northern regions, particularly around Prince George, Kitimat, and Prince Rupert. People are encouraged to get ready by securing outdoor items and avoiding travel if possible. Expect disruptions due to road closures and limited visibility. Historically, heavy rain and snow are common during winter months in British Columbia. Staying updated through local news and weather reports is essential for safety.
Victoria School Board updates safety plan. The Victoria School Board in British Columbia is updating its safety plan after deciding to limit police presence in schools to emergencies only. This change follows reports indicating that some students and teachers, particularly Indigenous individuals and people of color, feel unsafe with police officers on campus. The school board has until January 6, 2025, to present a new plan. Victoria Police Chief Del Manick has expressed concerns about increasing gang activity in schools and criticized the board's decision. The participation of community members, including First Nations and youth counselors, highlights the importance of addressing safety issues fairly. This situation reflects broader conversations about policing and community safety in schools, stressing the need for approaches that prioritize student well-being.
BC Conservative Party faces internal conflict. 13 MLAs from the British Columbia Conservative Party have reached out to their leader, John Rustad, asking for steps to rebuild trust in the party. This comes after the recent removal of Comfort Sakoma Faduba, the vice chair of the Vancouver Police Board, on November 22, 2024. The controversy began when Eleanor Sturcot, a Conservative MLA, supported Sakoma Fadugba's resignation due to social media posts that raised concerns about Canadian values and immigration. The letter expresses disappointment over Sturcot's comments and questions whether they were properly reviewed. This internal conflict highlights the challenges the BC Conservative Party is facing, especially after nearly forming a majority government in British Columbia. The situation raises important questions about free speech and accountability in political discussions, making it essential for voters and party members to understand these dynamics as they navigate the evolving political landscape.
Lawsuit against childbirth activist in British Columbia. A childbirth activist from Vancouver Island, British Columbia, is being sued by parents who allege their son was harmed during a home delivery. This situation raises important questions about the safety of home deliveries and the responsibilities of advocates in this field. Home deliveries can carry risks, including issues that may not be effectively managed without immediate medical help. In British Columbia, midwives are required to follow specific regulations, yet home deliveries continue to be a contentious topic. The activist has faced legal challenges in the past, highlighting ongoing concerns about her practices. This lawsuit serves as a reminder of the need for greater awareness regarding the potential outcomes of home deliveries for both parents and advocates.
Memorials for victims of femicide in British Columbia. On December 6, 2024, memorials took place across British Columbia, Canada, to remember victims of femicide and violence against women. These events included marches and vigils, shining a light on the ongoing problem of gender-based violence. Speakers included Anne Godaris from the Fair Society and Angela Marie McDougall, the Executive Director of Battered Women's Support Services. This year, 20 women lost their lives in British Columbia, and over 160 women were killed across Canada due to gender-based violence. This date also marks the anniversary of the tragic École Polytechnique shooting in Montreal, where 14 women were killed 35 years ago. Advocacy groups are pushing for femicide to be recognized in the criminal code and are calling for urgent government action to tackle this critical issue. The effects of this crisis impact community safety and public health, highlighting the need for collective awareness and action to protect women.
Flooding in West Vancouver. West Vancouver, British Columbia, recently faced severe flooding due to an atmospheric river event on October 25, 2024. Many homes were impacted, including one belonging to Mark Latoury, who dealt with an astonishing 15 feet of water in his basement. Unfortunately, his insurance protection wasn't enough to cover the repair costs. In response, the British Columbia government announced aid of up to $400,000 for eligible property owners affected by the disaster. Residents have until February 23, 2025, to apply for this assistance. This event highlights the urgent need for better infrastructure to manage extreme weather and underscores the importance of emergency planning in the face of climate change.
Whirling disease outbreak in British Columbia. The British Columbia government has reported new cases of whirling disease, a serious illness affecting young trout and salmon. This disease was first detected in September 2023 at Emerald Lake, which is in Yoho National Park, Canada. Recent tests showed that 3 trout samples from Kootenay Lake tested positive for the parasite. In May 2024, the Canadian Food Inspection Agency identified the Columbia River area as infected, leading to new rules on fish movement. Whirling disease could significantly reduce fish populations by up to 90%, which would impact local fisheries and economies. Anglers are encouraged to take simple steps, like cleaning and drying their equipment, to help prevent the spread of this disease. This situation highlights the urgent need to protect our aquatic ecosystems and the livelihoods that rely on them.
Reflections on Japanese internment and family legacy. Nick Yoshida experienced Japanese internment during World War II in British Columbia, Canada. His granddaughter, Nicole Ng, shares her heartfelt experience of moving back to Vancouver, a city deeply connected to her grandfather's painful history. The article reveals the collective pain faced by Japanese Canadians, including the loss of homes and community ties. Today, conversations about healing and recognizing this history continue across Canada. Understanding the effects of internment fosters compassion and raises awareness of ongoing issues related to prejudice. The stories of families like the Yoshidas remind us of the importance of remembering the past while navigating the complexities of identity and belonging. That is all the news for today. Thank you for listening to today's Headphone News. News summary brought to you by AI.